Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are discussing about another very interesting online business model. This business model is actually a very interesting one. I love to call it the lifesaver, right? Because it saves a whole lot of people from stress. It's also a business that also pays you for the rest of your life. The only thing about this business is that it is quite challenging because it requires dedication. You have to dedicate your time at the very beginning when you're creating it, right? And once that is done, it pays you for life, except you don't just want the money again, right? And I said it came as a lifesaver because I could remember 2017 I used to organize classes, right? um for someone like me that I was working, I have to go out, come back home, and then I have to worry about the class that I have again. You right? I mean, my class then used to start by 9 p.m. I have to be there because I know that I have a whole lot of people waiting for me, right? I have to be there, answering questions, teaching, kini, sometimes 3 hours, 4 hours. And when you have a whole lot of people, yes, of course, a whole lot of questions. But when this idea now came in handy that, okay, we can create a course, we can start packaging these things, sell to people, and for people that will just have questions, the only thing you just do is just to have some kind of a group that will serve like a supporting group, and then they'll ask their question. Even you might not even be the one answering all the questions at the end of the day, because you have some old members, and the new members, when they ask questions, some old members that already know the questions can even answer them. Even if you are the one answering all the questions, it doesn't still take time. It is not time consuming like you organizing classes, WhatsApp classes, kini, at all the time. And yes, I am talking about creating your course, selling what you are, selling what you know, right? Your knowledge. And another beautiful thing about this is you don't have to go and learn kini. You don't have to go and learn something. All right. And I also realized that when you talk about course, online course, people always think about it they always think towards the direction of digital course, right? The likes of copywriting, digital graphic designing and co. No, I am not even talking about those ones alone. Yes, you can package those knowledge, but I'm actually referring to people that have physical skills. You know how to make hair, you know how to cook some certain dish, you know how to cook, you know how to bake some cake. Maybe you can even think about let's say you're a caterer. You can even think about how to bake a cake for people that are just home, just want to bake cake for your family. Any knowledge, anything at all, because there's always something that you know how to do perfectly that someone else doesn't. Like myself, if I see a course that is selling a course that is teaching how to make pap, I will buy it, because sometimes I make pap, it comes out well, and sometimes it doesn't. So if I should see a course that will say, okay, or maybe these are the things that you need to note when you are buying the pap itself before you even make it, or maybe these are the things that whatever step that that is working very well for you, the course now promise to teach is that I will buy, because it is something that I'm struggling with. Also, if I see a course that teaches people how to dance, I will buy, because I don't know how to dance, right? So when I see people dancing, I always admire them, right? Oh my god, how are these people doing these things? So maybe of course you can demonstrate, okay, maybe this is how you're going to place the leg, this is how you're going to do it, kini. I will buy, all right, because it's something that I am struggling with and I wish to. All right, so that is what it means by creating your course. You can be a crocheter, you know how to do all these crochets, kini, you know how to make bag, you know how to do whatever it is that you know how to do. You can sell it, you can just package it and just start selling and making money, of course, as an extra source of income, right? So creating a course, okay, I think I've already explained this. It is very simple. It is just the process of packaging your knowledge and then selling it. Now, when you talk about creating a course for people, the first thing that they'll ask you is, okay, how do I know which course idea that will sell, right? How do you know? You know a lot of things, right? How do you now know which one that is going to actually sell? This I see is one of the greatest frustration of anyone that wants to create an online course, but great. The good part is that we'll be answering that, looking at two areas and more. I'll be answering that and actually more. The first thing you have to ask yourself is that, okay, what is currently giving you money? Like I mentioned that in 2017, I was organizing some classes, right? If I want to create course, then I will create course around that knowledge I was passing then, right? What is that thing that is giving you money? Ask yourself that. In what area are people paying me for my experience and my time? Right? In what area? Maybe people are even coming to you that maybe you're not even advertising it that, oh, I know how to do this thing, come and pay me. People are just coming that, Jane, I love this your graphic, I love this your flyer, can you do it the same for me? How much will you charge? Then you should start looking at selling that knowledge, right? Do people come to you for help in any area that they believe you're good in, right? Are they willing to pay for that help in that area? Then if your answer is yes to these questions, you have just got yourself a very profitable topic for your next course. The second one is for you to do a survey on your audience. In case you don't have an answer to the very first one, nothing comes to your mind to the very first question, then you should just do a survey on your audience. Right? Who are your audience? Your social media pages, your friends on your social media pages, your friends on your WhatsApp, your social media groups that you belong to, people around you, your friends, your colleagues, and etc. Now, how do you conduct a survey? You're going to be using a formula that I call the 10MC times 10P times 5Q, which means 10-minute conversation with 10 people who you're going to be asking 5 questions. So basically, all you do is ask 10 people 5 questions for 10 minutes. The response you're going to be getting is your course topic, all right? So the 5 questions you're going to be asking: number 1, tell me your experience about kini. Tell me your experience about creating flyer, right? This will allow the person you're surveying to review what is on their mind regarding the question. For example, Bima, tell me your experience about creating pap. I will tell you a whole lot too, because Then the next one is, what is your biggest challenge about this topic, right? What is your biggest challenge about this topic? This will also give you insight to their pain points. Remember that pain points are undesirable desire that people go through. Bima, what is your challenge about making pap? I will tell you that someone likes pap. I always want to make it every morning. Kini. And it takes my time. You do this, you do that, right? So the next one is, how are you dealing with these challenges? You already understand the challenge that, it takes my time. Then how are you dealing with these challenges? This is going to reveal the solution and give you an insight to the type of solution you might create as a course for a group of people. So the next question you're going to be asking is, what would solving this challenge means to you? If you ask me that question about pap, I'll tell you, God, I will be so glad. It's going to mean the whole world to me. And when they reveal this to you, this is your selling point, because this is the reason why people will buy that course, right? So the next question, which is the last question, is, what online groups or community do you belong to, right? Reason why you're asking this question is because it will help you unveil the sources of information and researches that would help you learn what works and what doesn't. Okay, so you don't just say, okay, Bima, you already understand that, okay, maybe I belong to some groups that teaches people how to cook, kini, like that. You already know that, okay, definitely they must have been telling us that, okay, pour water, make it boil. So when you're doing your own, you're going to be doing it differently, right? It's going to help you understand the set of people that you want to also help further. And yes, like I always do as usual, I have more detailed information in the description box below, so you can just do yourself a favor by taking a trip down there. All right, let's continue. The second thing you need to consider when writing your course, you already created the course now you want to, or you already have the topic for the course, you already know that you want to create a course on how to make pap. Then the next thing is, what format of online course is best, right? People ask this question a lot. And to answer this question, you're also going to be doing a simple survey, because you have to consider yourself, right, as a creator, and also your audience, right? So let's talk about the two formats that are available, which is the written format and then the video format. So the written format first. The written format production is simple, right? I mean, just some simple editing tools like Google Docs, and then you dedicate your time. Like I said in the very beginning, you need time, right? You dedicate your time to write it, edit it, kini, that's all. It also takes lesser storage on reading device compared to video, right? Ebooks are also best for people with hearing performances, people that cannot hear, right? It can also be easily downloaded on all devices, either you're using tablet, Android, iPhone. Like I said, you're going to be considering yourself as well as your audience, so you understand that, my audience can easily download this, right? Ebook also is an excellent choice for you as the creator if you are camera shy and you know that you'll not be able to express yourself very well on camera, right? Now let's talk about video format. Video format requires greater production skills, right? However, people value it more than ebook because it is easier to comprehend technical and difficult concept to video training than writing training, right? When you are creating a course on something that has to do with step-by-step guide on how to do something, video training is best. Okay, people are usually willing to pay more because it is always perceived with higher value. For the video format. Also, people connect with you on emotional level. They can easily trust you because they can see your face, right? Even when you're building on social media, they used to say these things, right? Let people know who you are. Let them know your voice, kini like that. Yeah. So they can see your face, they can hear your voice during the presentation. And if you're camera shy and you still want to do the video format, you can just consider using slides, just like I am doing right now. This is slide, right? You can just consider using slides to present, and then you just record your voice over it. Or we have video creator freelancer, you just give it to them and they can help you with it. So choosing your format depends on you and your audience, because at the end of the day, you have to look for something that is convenient for you too, right? And in case you feel like your course requires a written format, then you might consider making it a PDF. However, to create a balance and appeal to your audience, because they are the one buying after all, it might be advisable to add up a mix of video content and written formats in your course creation. What do I mean? For every video you make, summarize the text in a PDF, right? While you explain the main points in the video. So by doing this, people that even have hearing problem can easily understand, and people that doesn't, maybe they are not really good with video, they don't understand easily. When you already explain the main thing in the PDF file, they can easily understand, because the video is just going to be there to be some kind of backup. So I think with these few points, you already understand how to choose a format for your course. And of course, you can definitely get more information in the description box below. Now, the next thing, you already have a title for your course. You already create it probably in the video or written format, or maybe both combined. The next thing is, okay, how do I price my product? And this is where it gets confusing, right? People want to be like, I want to price it. I want people to buy. Okay, should I make it cheap? Should I make it expensive? Kini. This question is actually very difficult to answer, because costs are not tangible products that you can say, oh, I spent 300 naira to buy cashew, I spent 400 naira to buy kini, and then you can calculate it and put your own profit, right? They are intellectual products, so it is not so easy to answer, but we can determine the price of our product with these three factors, right? Number one, consider the value of your course, the time, resources, and information. Then the second one is, what does your course promises? Do not make the mistake of underpricing or overpricing your product, because most time underpricing is often associated with low quality. The perceived value of your course is what will validate the price of your product. So number two, base the price on the outcome of the result of your the product is promising. For example, let's say you are selling you want to create a course on fitness, a course that will help women to lose their tummy fat, kini like that, right? And you know that on a normal day, if Bima wants to lose her fat, she will have to go to the gym to go and register. Maybe the gym will charge 50,000, right? And they will tell her to buy some supplement, drugs, waist beds, kini. Everything, when you calculate it, is equals to, let's say, 100,000, right? So that 100,000, you can charge 10 to 20% of the initial price they could have spent, right? And they might not even get the solution that they still desire. That's so you can. That's another way for you to determine your price. Also, don't price based on volume or length of your products. It doesn't matter the length. Even if your video is 20 hours, don't base your price on the volume or length. All right, you should only base your price on your product based on the value and quality, and also the quality of the materials used in production, which is why you must just focus on quality and not quantity. So at the end of the day, what matters is that the perceived value meets the price you place on your product. And of course, there are more factors to be considered, which will be reviewed via the link in my description box below. Now, the next step is to launch your course, right? You already create the course, you already know the amount that you want to sell it, right? Launching your course, we have 3 stages here: the pre-launch, launch, and also the post-launch. The pre-launch, this is the time for you to notify all your audience that you have gathered about launching of your course. Let me say this that I did not write. Okay, the pre-launch, I will also say this, the very first thing you need to do is to gather audience. Now, how do you gather audience? I think I've already talked about making use of the social media, right? You can do this organically or paid. What I mean by organically is that you have a Facebook platform, a WhatsApp group, Instagram, TikTok, orishi. You post there, you make them, you notify them, you make them understand that you have a course that is coming, kini that is addressing this issue. You have to create great content, right, to address what people would meet in the course, right? So you gather these people, and it is best when you drive them from your whatever social media platform you're using to probably your email list or your WhatsApp list at least. Don't even make the mistake of depending on social media platform, because anything can happen at any time. For example, your Instagram page can get disabled, your Facebook page you can even get probably disabled, or maybe you can be blocked, or whatever can happen, right? Social media, you cannot really trust social media. That is just the point. But if you have your email, like your email is yours forever, you have control over it. So let's say the email is not available, you are not just into the email marketing thing, then you can use your WhatsApp. At least WhatsApp is still a little bit better, or should I say a little bit safer compared to Facebook or Instagram or even Twitter. Anything can happen at any time, right? So during this stage, you send information in different formats to build excellence upcoming of your course. This could be in webinar. Yeah, you can hold free webinar, written test, newsletter, video, orishi. You can also plan your launch to be anywhere from 0 to 14 days, which means you can create awareness from 0 to 14 days. That is 2 weeks. So the launch stage now, this is the period where you open your cart for taking enrollment or purchase for your course. During this stage, you dedicate separate emails. I use emails to address this. You dedicate separate emails to answer these questions. It doesn't have to be emails, but just that I use emails to address this. It could be your WhatsApp status. I said you should drive your audience to either your WhatsApp or your email, right? So all the content that you'll be creating at that time should answer this question: what is in this course, right? Address all frequently asked questions. Send in testimonials or case studies of people. Like, this is it. When you tell people that sending testimonials, they goes with, oh, I'm just selling the course, I don't know, I don't have any testimony or whatever. If you are you already have a course that you've sold before to anybody, you can also use that course. All right, you can also use that testimonial of that course as this one testimonial, and you're going to be writing it in a way that, oh, you always create courses that are valuable. All right, so you make people understand that these are the courses that have created in the past, and these are what people are saying about it. So let's now say you are a new course creator, you don't even have any of that. Then that course that you're creating, look for people, try and understand. You can just go research all this information, people that have used similar course in the past, right? And that is helping them. So you created a course on how to make crochets, kini. You can bring a case study of someone that is a crocheter and is making it big in the industry. So you are now making people understand reason why they should also acquire the knowledge of crocheting, right? So that is what I mean by this. Your launch email should run on a discount, not more than 2 weeks for early birds, and of course it should contain deadline. Remember, I said you're going to be making the pre-launch you're going to be creating the awareness for 0 to 14 days, right? So during this period, when you start to launch it, you are going to be having what is it called, a discount offer. Let's say you want to sell the course for 20,000, then you can make it probably 15% off. It depends on you, right? You make sure you put a deadline timer. If you have a landing page, you're going to be putting a deadline timer, so that thing will be reading somehow is going to connect to the subscriptions of anybody that visits the page, that, oh wow, time is going. And once this ends, increase the price of your course to the original cost. This will in no doubt drive some sales for you. And with all this that I've been saying, I hope someone is already thinking of how to monetize that knowledge that they have. Now I am able to an extent, a meaningful extent, and no more creating courses that wouldn't sell. No more excuses for not making money with your knowledge. So I want you to do one thing. I want you to help yourself too, which is just simple by creating. I said creating. God, I'm used to creating by just visiting my description box below. Make sure you help yourself to get more information with any of the links there, right? With any of the link that I'll be posting there. Make sure you get more information. And if you love this video, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share, make sure you share to your Facebook people, your WhatsApp group, and a whole lot of your friends that needs to see this. All right, and don't forget to subscribe as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.